Wow. When you have a Dutch oven, it is really easy to get this Ovenspring. But today I'll show you how to do the same without it. Guten Morgen, everyone. Let's talk about Ovenspring. First of all, what is Ovenspring? Well, Ovenspring is when you put the bread in the oven and it grows. Yes, and makes this beautiful ear in the oven. But how does it happen? So, and why do we get this kind of crust, this crunchy crust? Well, everything comes up to steam. What we need is steam in the oven, and that's why we use a Dutch oven. The thing is that the dough, which is raw, it's still not yet cooked or baked, all the water that's in the dough is going to evaporate. But if we use a Dutch oven with its lid and we cover the bread with the lid after we score it, all right, and then we put the lid, all the water that's going to evaporate from the bread will get trapped in this lid, and then we'll let the bread to expand, to grow, because all the yeast are still working there and they need to expand because there's going to be a lot of air expansion and the dough will start to develop. So that's why you need steam. Otherwise, if you let the bread dry without steam, then you'll get the crust really fast. You'll make the crust really fast and then the bread won't be able to grow, to expand. So then you'll end up with no ear at all, or maybe it will break somewhere else. The bread, maybe that already happened to you. So the secret is the steam. That's why we use the Dutch oven. But if you're watching this video, it's because you don't have the Dutch oven yet. Of course, I recommend you to buy one when you can. But I'll show you 3 ways on how to do the same, to get the same results without this Dutch oven. And talking about the oven, let's first preheat the oven. Okay, so I present to you my home oven, which is kind of technological. It's an electric oven. It's a fan oven or a convection oven. It has a fan inside, but today we don't have to use the fan. So let me turn it on without the fan, and I'll put 250 degrees Celsius, okay, to start preheating. And the thing is that I don't need the fan now, the convection of the oven, because what I need is to keep all that moisture that we are going to make in the oven, because we are not using Dutch oven. And if I use the fan will blow away all the moisture that we're going to make. So, talking about that, let's see how we do it. Okay, the oven is preheating, and remember that is crucial. It's really important to have the oven always preheated, maybe 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour. Okay, so that's crucial. Remember it, always preheat the oven. Now, talking about steam, what we need to do is to make our own steam, our artisan steam. And how do you make steam in an oven? Yes, using water. Wow. Yes, we're going to use water to make steam. I also have in the oven this tray, which is also being preheated in the oven, and I'm going to drop some, no, not some drops. I'm going to use half of this bottle to make steam. So that's why I said, first of all, you need to stop that fan. If you have a convection with a fan oven, you need to stop the fan, because otherwise you get rid of all the steam that we're making. So we need to stop that fan. That's very important. If you have an oven without fan, it's better for this part of the baking. So we need to make this moisture there. We need to the oven needs to get all this steam and moisture there. The first half of the baking, which should be around 15 to 20 minutes, and then we'll let the bread to grow to get its Ovenspring, and then we remove, if there's still some water remaining, we remove it. And if you have then the fan, then you turn it on, because you're going to get a better golden crust on your bread. So, another important thing that we can use in the oven. So, first you have the oven tray. This is a regular oven tray, which I recommend you, if you have only this in your oven, to flip it and to use it upside down. This will be like a stone, an oven stone, but more homemade. So if you're using this oven tray, I recommend it to flip it and use it this way. Then, and also always preheat it. Then going up a little bit, next level. This is a pizza stone or a bread stone today, which it's going to help you get a better oven spring. Of course, always preheat this kind of stone. It is crushed, and it's really important to preheat with the oven. I recommend it for this kind of stone, minimum 45 minutes. So this way you get more heat from the bottom, and it's going to give you a better oven spring. That's why if you can buy this one. It's a pizza oven, rectangular. They are round too. You can use this one. And if you want to go a level up more, then get one of this, which is really heavy. This is a baking steel. The baking steel is the same thing as a stone, but it's made of steel. And it's really heavy. And this one heats up even more higher temperature than the regular stone. And of course, the baking tray, the oven tray. So if you can get one of this, it's going to be better. And also always remember to preheat this one too. 45 minutes, an hour. But today, I'm just going to use the regular oven tray, like this one, which I have it inside the oven being preheated at the same time. So we're going to do everything there. So let's start with the first bread. Here I have sourdough bread. The recipe, here on my channel you have zillion recipes about sourdough bread, so you can go. And even further, if you want to learn more about sourdough bread, there's my master class. Yes, my master class in sourdough bread. Here's the link too for you to start today. But if you want to learn, if you just want this recipe, in my channel there are a lot of recipes about sourdough bread. Of course, this works also not for sourdough bread. If you make a bread with yeast, with regular yeast, it's going to work the same. The thing is to make this steam in the oven. So, well, I have my peel here and some semolina, the water for the oven, and the scoring, the lamb scoring tool. Let me put some semolina here on the peel. You can use flour too, and some semolina on the bottom of the bread. And here we go. Whoa! Beautiful, beautiful loaf. So, okay, now it's time to score it. And remember, we do the score on the bread because we want the bread to open where we did the cutting, where we score it. So otherwise, if we don't do this scoring, the bread is going to crackle, to open, or to burst somewhere else, in the place that he wants. But if you want to direct the oven spring, the ear that the bread is going to make, that's why we make the score, or we slash it here. So let's go. Yes, good. Let me finish there. Great. So now we need to go to the oven. I'm going to use some water, and I'm also going to use this to sprinkle some more water. Yes, I used this in my childhood. Let's go. Okay, so here we go with the first attempt. So I'll put the bread on the upside down tray, and here comes the artisan steam. First, water down there on the other tray. Wow. And now sprinkles. Woo. There, a little bit. And there it goes. I put it there 15 minutes. And let's see what's happened. Oh, okay. Time. Let's see how it turned out. Whoa. What did I say? Excellent result. So now let me remove the remaining water with steam. And now let's put it back in the oven. And now if you have a convection oven, now turn on the convection, and always the same temperature. But if you don't have a convection oven, it's okay, keep it like that. Maybe what you have to do is to rotate it in a moment, but it's okay. Okay, let's wait 15 more minutes and let's see the final result. Good, it's been 15 more minutes, and take a look at the gorgeous bread. Wow. So come with me. It's there. Okay, let's go. Another way to make artisan steam in the oven is, instead of using water, is to use solid water, which is known as ice. So I'm going to do the same, only that I'm going to use ice in the tray that I have preheated in the oven. So let's go with another bread. Let me prepare this. Peel some semolina. More semolina here. There it goes. Beautiful loaf. Time to score. Here I go. There. Nice cut. And let's go to the oven with the ice, with the rocks. Okay, the oven is preheated as always, 250 degrees Celsius, and the fan is off. Remember, this is mostly the same as we did before with the water, only that we're going to use solid water, but it's the same thing. Fan off, so let's go. There, the tray. Let me put the bread. There you go. Whoa, and now let's go with the ice. Are going to go there. Woo! There. May the gluten be with it. 15 minutes. There. Okay, I think it's time to take it out of the oven and take a look at it. Beautiful. So come with me. It's hot. Wow, let's go. And finally, here I come up with the third method, which is this oven bag. The ones that you use to bake turkey. So today we're going to bake bread in one of it. Take a look at it. It's really easy. So this is a bag. And what's going to happen here? We're going to make like a false Dutch oven. Yes, it's going to be some kind of Dutch oven. The method is going to be the same. The theory is also the same because we're going to bake the bread inside the bag. And all the water, the steam that will come out of the bread is going to remain there in the bag and help us to let it grow and expand freely. So, okay, let me prepare this. Here's the bag. One thing, always check that the bag resists the temperature of the oven. That's really important. First, check that. Okay. So, more semolina here, more semolina there, and molding, wow, there. Great. Scoring. There we go. Perfect. And here it goes in the bag. This is a really interesting method, because you get the same results as using a Dutch oven without it, with this simple and not heavy and hot bag. Because when you work with Dutch oven, it is a little bit risky because it's really heavy and it's also really hot. So let me close the bag there. And let's go to the oven. So here's the oven again, preheated, but this time we don't need to stop the fan. If you have no fan, okay, it's already stopped. But if you have fan, you can either use it or without it, with or without it, because the bread or the steam is protected in the bag. So it's the same. This time it is on. So let's go with the bag and the bread there. And I'll see you in 15 minutes. Okay. There. There. Time to take it out of the oven. Just a second. Ooh. Take a look at that. Wow. Okay. So, take a look at this. Come with me. Okay, take a look at this. Let's remove the bag. Whoa, that's a steam that I said. Be careful with that steam. Looking gorgeous, beautiful. Okay, so let's take it back to the oven for another 15 minutes. Okay, here it goes. Bye-bye. See you in another 15 minutes. And finally, the third loaf is ready. Ooh, it's hot. Look at beautiful. Ow. Okay, let's go. And here we have the 3 loaves. Sorry, 4. This is the 4th one, or the first one. This was made in the Dutch oven. This was baked with steam, artisan steam. This was baked also with steam, but with ice. And this was baked in the bag, in the oven bag. So at first sight, well, I don't know what you're watching. Let me see what you're watching. Now watch my bag. There. Well, yes. They all look alike. So the method works. This one was baked in the Dutch oven with the steam inside the lid and everything. This was done with the moisture that I had with the water and my friend from my childhood. Oh. And this one was baked with ice. And this one was baked more like this one, the Dutch oven, only that I used the, well, still hot, in the oven bag. So, as you can see, the results are almost the same when you do the things right. Of course, the loaves were well proofed. The sourdough starter was super active when I started the recipes. There are many things that you have to take in account in order to get excellent results. But maybe you've done an excellent work with the dough, fermentation, proofing, everything, and then when you go to the oven, so that's what I wanted to show you today, that you can do the same. You can use just steam without using a Dutch oven. But for me, the Dutch oven maybe is the best method because it always gives you the best results you can get out of the bread. But if you don't have it, you can use also the bag, which is almost the same. And always check that the bag is suitable for the oven temperature. And then you have the steam method or the ice method. There are many other methods too. Maybe using some volcanic stones. There are a lot of methods to use. But the secret is to use steam in the oven, yes. And try to keep that steam in the oven. So that's why I told you not to stop the fan, if you have it, because otherwise you lose all that effort that we're making the steam. So let's take another quiet look to each bread. This one was made with steam directly. Perfect. Nice here, nice color. Beautiful. This one was with ice. The ear is beautiful too. Here there was slight, maybe I had to make a deeper cut, but it's opened perfectly too. And the one with the bag is beautiful. This is beautiful too. So, in my opinion, if you want to know which is my favorite, I'll start with the Dutch oven always, and then I go with the bag. And then, if I don't have a bag or a Dutch oven, I go with the steam or the ice. The results are similar. Only that maybe with the steam and the ice, you have to be more careful in what you're doing. The bag or the iron are easier because they always, the probabilities are that you always get the best result out of them. So, please, write me in comments. Tell me what you think about this 4 methods. Which one, if you knew them all or not, or maybe use another kind of method to make some steam in the oven. And I think that's all. And I'll see you on the next video. And may the gluten be with you.